Stop being a bitch.
All right, welcome back. Man, God dang it! There it is. Look at that. Good-looking man right there is none other than the Vice Minister of Heat Propaganda, the one, the only Achilles Carminati, the Duke of Beef Wellington. Look at that, dude. Yeah. All right. And welcome, everybody. This is the Evening Juice, Season 8, episode number 2. We're back to give you the good juice. Man, we had such a full weekend of topics. It was easy to just look at everything there is to talk about, just chop it up and and come together there. Anyway, we are waiting the arrival, hopefully, of a Gustavo Chacon. I don't know where he's at, but
he's on Orlando time.
Oh, fucking Orlando people, man. Anyway, welcome to the show, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and making us a part of your evening. Like I said, this is the Evening Juice. A big shout out to our streaming partner, the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Yeah, shout out to them. Hey guys, if you're watching, this is not the Heat post game show. This is the. I love that.
That's Wednesday.
That's still one of my favorite things. There's every day
the heat game bump that we get.
Yeah, dude, love it. So come around, stick a while, and we got plenty to talk about. We got obviously humongous Dolphins news. We got it was a pretty big college football game. We'll get to it last night. We'll get to it. We got the Heat are on fire. Ice Cats are rolling. I got my Ice Cats jersey on. I got the swagoo going. Anyway, plenty to talk about. But first, man, like we do at the top of every show, we got to get to some juice. We got to get some juicy juice. And the weekend phonies do you got your guys? You got your people ready or what?
Listen, we all know who everyone's phony is. I think we should just say it just to get out of the way because this can't be anyone other than Stephen Ross.
I got a nomination though.
That's fine.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, the only phony from the weekend is one Stephen.
It's got to be. Yeah. He's going to be hard to dethrone. You give me Stephen Ross, I'll give you. How about the Colts? I like to put the Colts on blast here. Colts had a chance. They had a good season, leading rusher in the NFL. I think it was it's Jonathan Taylor, right? He's the leading rusher, but I saw a crazy stat that said he had like 1,800 yards rushing, right? And if you just take into account all the yards after contact, he's still the second leading rusher in the NFL. Like it was that crazy,
Oh man, he got the Finch-Stradamus bump. I'll never forget when we left that FAU game. You're like,
that's it.
Jonathan Taylor, that guy's overrated, bro.
So glad I avoided him in fantasy.
The Dolphins jump-started his season.
I'm telling you, bro. That's how it is. You're welcome, all you Colts fans. Speaking of Colts, there was a Andrew Luck sighting last night. I thought he looked good. He's like gone total dad. He lost like 15, 20 pounds. He's I started looking into it. Apparently, he hasn't done like a single interview since he retired.
Yeah.
He grew a mustache and he's just like, hey.
And he's always been a good guy.
Oh, super good guy. Can't get mad at him.
A good guy. Yeah.
Great guy. Nice guy. Like you want to be friends with that guy. He's a good dude. But anyway,
he just has a goofy voice. That's all.
Yeah, got that Frankenstein thing,
Not his
like,
fault.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, I think I was looking. He played like 6 years. That's it. 6-7 years tops.
Yeah, but he got it. He was getting busted out.
Oh, for sure.
He just called it. Good for him.
No, super good for him. Back him up 100%. And plus, all those Colts fans that booed him, that day that he was walking off the field when he announced, and right before he announced he was retiring. How you feeling now, Colts fans, huh? Carson Wentz. That guy. Man, although I do feel bad for Andrew. He's probably like, man, if I would have had a running back like that, any of those years, or an O-line that blocked, I'd be.
What are you trying to say? Joseph Adai wasn't a great running back?
I don't think he was Adai. No, Adai is a Manning guy.
Yeah?
Because I feel like Adai is a Manning transition
spot.
I feel like we're overlooking him. I'm telling you, he had nobody.
So he was just stuck with Liam Hines as his primary instead of like third down back.
For sure. So, he's out there and he's doing his thing. But it was good to see him. It was good to see a sighting of him. Hopefully he'll, I just hope he's happy. Like he right now, if he was still playing and at the trajectory he was going, he'd be like, top 2, 3, 4, top 5 easy quarterback in the league. Like he was entering his prime. Unbelievable.
Dude, listen, it was him and Cam Newton, and I would have told you, Andrew Luck is probably better.
Oh yeah,
back even then. You know what I mean?
For sure.
He's unbelievable.
But anyway, I still give it to the Colts. You had a chance. All you had to do was beat the worst team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They're not. No, the worst team in the NFL is the Giants.
Well, okay, the Giants are bad, bro. The Giants get a free pass. The Giants get
worst, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you tell average sports fan who's worse, the Giants or the Jets, everybody defaults to the Jets. But I think the Jets are better than the Giants right now.
100%.
Right? Even with little Zach Wilson out there, like they just got better things. I don't know, and they have a horrible coach. Although they fired today, the Giants fired their coach after the GM retired yesterday.
Yeah,
but they kept the coach, so they're blowing that whole thing up. But it's weird. The Giants always get a free pass. Yeah. Like it's never like they're never listed or thought of as a bad team, but they've been horrible for like the last 5 or 6 years. Like terrible bad. But anyway, Colts, all you had to do was beat the Jaguars. The Jaguars who fans showed up yesterday or on Sunday to the game dressed up in clown suits and stuff because they were like, yo, we're done with this team. Laughing stock. Dressed up as clowns. All you had to do is beat that team, and you're in the playoffs. And
you blew it.
You blew it. They didn't even have a coach. They don't have a coach. They don't have anything. They barely have fans. They don't have an identity.
Man.
All you had to do. Like, it's the easiest thing. You couldn't have asked for anything better. Beat them, and you're in. Like, I get the Dolphins losing to them. You know what I mean? Like, we're the Dolphins. We're gonna screw that up. And I'm just saying, like. It did cost us a playoff. Like at this point, you had to win. Yeah, they blew it. So I got them as my phony though. Who do you got for your juice, bro?
I've been thinking about it, and it's Jonathan Huberdeau. The guy's on fire. He's number 3 in the league in points.
Okay.
And I've been trying to think of like he's such a great play style.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like it's like just oozes sexuality.
Yeah,
but
I like that.
I found the comp. He plays hockey the way Ronaldinho played soccer.
Wow.
With like just fucking swag and flair.
Wow.
Good, but also really good. It's not all fluff. Like I've been thinking about it for a while. I'm like, yo, that's exactly what it is. Because Hoobie's out there just doing shit that you're like, why are you even thinking of that? All types of just breaking ankles, crazy passes.
Wow.
Dude's all over the place, man. And he's unbelievable.
Wow, that's a nice bold comparison. I like that. Oh, look who's here. Wait, he doesn't get the good treatment. Let's move him down here. There we go. You stay down there. I don't know what's going on with you. You're shaving your beard. You're just rambunctious.
Am I coming in clear?
Yeah. You're coming in clear. Yeah, you don't have to scream, dude. Stop yelling.
I'm like, I don't know. I gotta get rid of this piece of shit. This shit is like ancient. You guys look like you're like robots and shit right now on my screen. I don't even know how I'm coming through.
No, you're coming through fine, at least on my end.
This is that Orlando broadband, bro.
Yeah, dude, for real. What's Orlando doing to you, bro? Leave that place already, man. It's changed you. It's killing you, man. It's totally I'm gonna make like a pie chart of like how how much like things are better down here, so to get you back over here. Like good God. At least you're starting to grow back the hair a little bit. That's good. Let me see.
I told you I was only going to do that once.
I know, but still, it's just it's taking you forever to grow it back. That looks like me like 5 o'clock in the afternoon after I clean shaved in the morning. But good. Welcome, Vinny Vegas.
Look at you. You're the hairiest individual I know.
Dude, for real. I got hair everywhere. Well, no, actually, no. Honestly, I don't. I really like from like neck up, I'm full of hair, like nose, eyebrows, the head, obviously, the beard. But like, I barely got a little bit of taco meat here, just a small little, small little appetizer of taco meat right here, and that's it. And then like from the waist down, it's like a Wolverine again, though. It's there's teeth and shit. It's pretty crazy.
You're very disgusting in the show right now.
Yeah, It is what it is.
No one wants to think about your hairy butthole, dude. Just keep it to yourself.
Bro, I didn't. You took it to butthole there, bro. I wasn't going there. Anyway,
who's got the hat? Who's got the hat?
I know. I told you. I got the shirt. Gus, what's your weekend phony, bro? Give us your phony. We already went through ours.
Oh, Steven Ross.
Okay.
Steven Ross.
Yeah. So it's a universal. Okay.
Yeah.
What about who's got your juice for this week?
Florida Panthers, baby. Top of the NHL, bro.
I like it.
Come on.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, do you agree with Achilles' assessment that Jonathan Huberdeau plays hockey the way Ronaldinho played soccer? Says that kind of sex level.
Oh yeah, bro. That's lots of sex. Yeah, I like it. I like that comparison.
I like the comparison. That's a very big compliment, though. I got to give it to you. I don't think I would have done that. Yeah. So very nice compliment there. I'm having a little difficulty deciding on who I wanted to give my juice to. I was looking around. You know what? I'm going to give it to somebody a little bit different, bro. I'm going to give it to a guy who has gone through a lot of crap, who has played his ass off this season, and finally is going to get an opportunity to play in the playoffs. He's been to the playoffs once before, but got injured like right before the season ended and didn't get to play in the one playoff game. Derek Carr, bro. Derek Carr came in there, bro, battled it out.
Dragging that garbage ass team to the playoffs.
That's a trash team. Very trash team. And he just sat there. And I love the weird hair he's got going, bro. Like it throws me off every time they show him without a helmet. I'm just like, dude, it's Sid from Toy Story. Yeah. You know, it's really, really weird. I can't get used to it, but props
I like
to
that.
him, dude.
He does look like an adult Sid from Toy Story for sure.
I'm telling you, dude.
That's freaking great. That's awesome.
It's very scary looking. He's quite the individual.
More to his credit, I think the Jaguars are the only team that went through more crap this season than the Raiders, and the Raiders, for them to make it to the playoffs.
I don't know if the Jaguars
they went through, bro.
I don't know if the Jaguars. I mean,
they had one bad apple.
Yeah, they had one bad apple and a bunch of other. No. The worst apple is when your number one wide receiver gets a DUI that kills somebody and he's no longer in the league. You know what I mean?
And your coach, GM, and part owner gets trashed for being a racist, homophobic, just general trash person.
Yes.
That's true.
You know, and like Derek Carr is like a super good guy Christian, and he's living in Sin City now. You know what I mean? Like he's avoiding a lot of temptations and stuff like that.
He didn't have Waller for a big chunk of the season. He didn't have Josh Jacobs for a big chunk of the season. Like
he stayed healthy. You know, that's what it was.
Derek Carr probably lives at the Grand Canyon, and he just takes a helicopter to the stadium.
Probably, I could see it. I will give another props to. Here's a little spicy sports nugget here. You ready for this one? The Raiders coach, Rich Bisaccia. Is that how you say his name? Bisaccia?
I heard it today, and now I can't remember how to say it.
Yeah. Anyway, he's the first coach since like the 60s to replace a coach in the middle of a season and then take that team to the playoffs. There's your little spicy sports nugget there, huh?
I like that. Yeah.
All right, so we got our phonies and we got our juice. But let's get into it, man. The big story, it was Black Monday yesterday in the NFL. Typically, that's when they, all the coaches it's the first day after this regular season ends. That's when all the coaches that are on the hot seat, or you find out how hot your seat is. You either got, fired or whatever. There was an expectation of only just, a couple of coaches maybe getting fired. There wasn't no real, clear cut. This guy's going to get canned. And then to everybody's surprise, I will say it was a surprise.
To everyone.
To a lot of people.
No.
To a lot of people. I know a couple of people who were calling for for this guy to get fired, or, Brian Flores here in the Dolphins. But for the overall general everybody, he got, that was a big surprise. He got the can, and he finishes his tenure as Dolphins head coach after 3 seasons with, a 24-25 record. Yeah. I will say this. The guy never had like he had a lot to overcome. His first season, remember they dumped the whole team and just those guys that first game against the Ravens week 1 that other players on the team hadn't even met, and they're like, all right, well, I'm playing with them this week, like they just got here. So he overcame a lot. Every year it got better, but I've been really digesting this and trying to, because I feel like you guys, I know Gus is real, pissed off about this, and he's a big Flow guy, his Central American connection there. But I've been looking at it, and I'm trying to, just let it digest, let it marinate a little bit. I also see a lot of stuff that, that doesn't look good. You know what I mean? A 7-game losing streak. Yeah, you had a 7-game winning streak, but a 7-game losing streak when you did have, potential to do better this season, that was a bad 7-game losing streak. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's obviously now, as reports are coming out, that there's a lot of tension between players. I don't know what to believe when it comes to that. Who's on Team Tua? Who's not on Team Tua? I don't think
it was between players. I think the reports are that there was tension between Flo and Greer and Ross, and between Flo and Tua, maybe.
No, well, I heard that some players. There's a report, and I don't know if the players have corroborated it. Is that the word?
There you go, corroborated. Yeah.
That Flores was a dick. Like he was a dick to it. Like he had that. They were saying that he was like he had a thing about.
We're a lot of coaches, bro.
Yeah. I know. Again, I'm just saying what the reports are, that some players were unhappy that he was kind of like what is it, like fucking call you out and embarrass you in front of the rest of the team and stuff like that. There was some way that he handled personnel that was disturbing to some players, apparently, allegedly. So, but I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, we like Flores. He went out there and he wanted to fight the other team that one week when with the cheap shots and stuff like that. We like his intensity, but how much of this is his fault, though, do you think? Or, like, is he, like, just... Or you guys... I know Gus is, like, convinced that none of this is his fault.
If it's his fault, it's also Greer's fault. But one of those people still has their job. So I don't want to hear it. It's bullshit. Listen, if they would have just cleaned house, I would have been like, oh, well.
Okay.
Ross is over it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like you can point to areas where Flo maybe messed up, but that's to be expected of anybody who is very new at their job. You know what I mean? Rookie quarterbacks, you expect to mess up. Even second, third year quarterbacks, you expect to mess up. And same thing goes with coaches. Like if you're gonna hire a coach who's never been a head coach at the NFL level, you can't give him a 3-year window and expect him to turn around a franchise.
Well, I mean, not turn around, but
turn around. That's what they expected.
Well, let me. I'm gonna take the other side of this, okay? And I'm not saying this is how I feel. I'm just saying this for argument's sake here. Well, you look at Tua, right? Yeah. And people are calling for his head. I mean, you can apply the same principles to him. It's like, hey, he's never been a quarterback in the NFL, but we expect better. 100%. Yeah, this guy's never been a coach, but he comes from a good coaching tree.
Yeah, but he had 2 winning seasons and put together one of the best defenses in the league. It's not the same. Tua hasn't done shit.
But when is the last time the Dolphins swept Bill Belichick Patriots?
Okay,
he did that. He did that this season.
That's true, but he also lost to the Jaguars. He lost to some bad. He had some bad. He got out coached by some guys, and then at the end of the day, you're only as good as your record. He's 24-25. We're at a point now, 3 years into it, where you look back and we're not any better than we were 3 years ago, and we're not. You can technically say we're a game worse than we were 3 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but get a better talent evaluator. Not the person who's dragging that garbage ass team to winning records every year.
Okay, I mean, I get you. I get that part, but again, there's I think there's something to be said that,
like I said, unless you're clearing house, it's bullshit. I don't want to hear. He wasn't doing enough.
Yes.
No.
No. First and foremost, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think this should have been a clean sweep. You know what I mean, with Greer and him, but also the GM hires the coach. The owner hires the GM to hire the coach, and if the GM if the GM looks at it and says, "Yo, this coach is, this was my bad," the coach, the owner is going to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And
Ronnie, you're absolutely right, Ronnie.
Yeah, there you go.
Throwing it in there.
So, Isaac's. You can make the fuck now. You totally threw me off, Gus. I forgot exactly what I was saying.
Good. You were on a 5-minute rant. It was time for you to stop talking, anyways.
I wasn't on a 5-minute rant. Come on. We're talking about. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
I think is Greer not entitled to say like does he have to be handcuffed to the coaching decision like that? If that guy goes, he has to go. Like is
again, Greer's been here longer, no, than Flores.
Yeah. Greer's been here for a minute.
Does he get this long, bust after bust after bust after terrible free agent after terrible free agent? Why does he keep his job when the other guy, sure, he has his flaws, but he's also done more with that garbage ass team than most coaches would have done?
Okay. Again, done more with that garbage ass team, but at the end of the day, we're a game worse 3 years into his tenure. We have no developed offense. We have a good defense. He did develop that.
Guy. But if you're such a good GM, help him hire an offensive coaches.
Coordinator,
They've tried obviously 4 offensive line coaches, 3 different offensive coordinators. Offense was always below average, And again, I'm playing devil's advocate here because I'm trying to see it. Now, I will say this.
Also, to defend the whole not firing Chris Greer thing, I want to be devil's advocate too. There's no way in hell that Stephen Ross, who has a bad track record with social justice and all that stuff, is going to fire 2 black guys at the same time. Not happening.
Whoa. So he fired the double minority, bro. That's even worse.
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah.
There's no way he's going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, you know what, Gus? You're absolutely right. That's a solid one. That's a solid one for you there. Now, but I mean, now I started looking at this from Ross's perspective too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dude, he's an old cranky billionaire. Who's just wants to win. He's invested money in a bunch of stuff, done the upgrades in stadium, done everything he can. Like you can't question this guy's will to win. He's borderline Jerry Jones, like in that essence. Like he's meddling.
And how good has that turned out?
Well, hey, at one point it turned out really well for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? It was a long time ago, but it turned out really well.
No, when he was meddling, when he was exactly. Don't pretend that Jerry Jones had anything to do with that team winning back in the day. He's been the person who's been sticking his fingers in the pie. They've been bullshit.
Well, I'll tell you, I agree. I don't think that works for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's a good move for him. But you can't question
his fingers in the pie, though. That's a
good one. I don't think you can question the guy's desire to win. Obviously he's trying a bunch of different things and it's not working out and it's not good for him and it's been detrimental to the team. But if you're a guy who wants to win, 3 years in, this coach is not doing it. This would be the right time to, just pull that Band-Aid and try again somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like I said, we don't have anything that the team is going to be like, oh man, we're going to really miss that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that we're going to miss about Flores other than like his defense that was good, but like,
it's the only reason they won any games.
I get it. But again,
so you're going to bring in fucking Kellen Moore.
Hey, I don't know who they're going to bring in. We'll get to who the suspects are here and what's going to happen. But I'm just saying, like, in principle alone, if he had made up his mind on this decision during the season and said, look, man, if we don't make the playoffs, I'm moving on from Flo. I got to go somewhere else. Then it makes sense. You know what I mean? Rip off the Band-Aid, start fresh. You're
not starting fresh because you're going to have the same terrible offensive line. You're going to have the same questions at quarterback. You have no running backs.
Oh, no, for sure. You're going to go into a complete rebuild. You're going to go into an offensive rebuild. You're going to come in with somebody. But here's the thing, though. We're so flatlined on offense that we don't have anything. We have no identity, no pulse. We have nothing. Duke Johnson, you know what I mean? That guy, and we worked like crazy, a rookie in Jalen Waddle to carry us on offense. You know what I'm saying? Gesicki, look, I like Gesicki. He makes his nice catches, but we haven't been able to develop him into a consistent threat, Devontae Parker, all he's good for is 50-50 balls. That guy was not a factor at all season. You can't count on that guy to get any receptions, nothing. You know what I
mean? But a new coach isn't going to fix that.
A new coach is going to try and fix it. You can't just leave it doing the same thing. You can't just leave it with the same thing. You got to make the move and try something else.
It's better than what it was before.
You can try something else, but firing Flo is the wrong something else that they're trying.
Yeah.
I feel like if I kind of get why Stephen Ross did it. At some point he's like, yo, he hit that point.
But
and
he's just going to keep firing coaches every 3 years, and you're never going to develop anything. So I don't care.
That could be a real thing.
Senile. The guy is crazy.
Yeah. We should all go dressed up like the Jaguars did as clowns, to the game next season, week 1. But the guy is just doing it wrong. But again, if you don't do it now and you keep Flores for another year, you're just delaying the inevitable, because between now and a year from now, we have no faith that Flores was really going to change anything and do anything great. You know what I mean?
It's just getting lucky on some picks and free agents. That's it.
Yeah, but you can also see he's been getting lucky with some of these games. I mean, it's not like we have winning records, but it's not like we were 13-3 here. You know what I mean?
The defense that he built is the only reason that this team isn't winning 2 or 3 games a year.
Exactly. So that's even more detrimental. He built a defense and we have nothing else to show for it. You know what I'm saying?
Support, bro. Like
winning seasons.
He's
9 and 8.
Also the GM, dude.
9 and 8 is great. 9 and 8 is technically a winning season, but you're one game away from being 8-9, and then the whole conversation is completely different. You know what I'm saying?
The same way people like to say Tua isn't the problem. Flo is so low on the totem pole of problems with this organization. I don't care what kind of devil advocate you want to play. It's a losing argument because it doesn't make any sense. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. I would have kept Flo for another season, but trying to look at it from his perspective, I kind of see it, and I can all right, fine. We'll just get 1 year head start on trying to find something better, and hopefully rolling the dice and doing something else. And like Ronnie says here, probably Greer be out next season, if it fails, because he doesn't want to cut that check.
Yeah.
And our boy Jonathan, huh? What are you saying, Gus?
Go ahead.
No, this is Jonathan checking in here, wanting to win and knowing how to win are two different things. Just look at my fantasy football record. Absolutely.
You don't got look. Hey, no one knows more about sports than me, and I am terrible at fantasy.
Yeah. So it's a tough one now.
It's a bad look.
Oh, yeah.
When your players find out about it on social media, it wasn't a well thought out plan.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a billionaire owner who doesn't give a fuck about what his players think. You know what I'm saying? He's paying them to do their job. I'm just,
but now you have a bunch of disgruntled players who might not play well, and now you're just going to be worse.
I get it. I totally get it. But I'm telling you, his perspective is, I don't give a fuck. He doesn't care about the optics. He doesn't care about the optics of how bad this looks. You know what I'm saying? He
should if he wants to win.
No, to him, the quicker he does this, the quicker people will get over it and will start focusing on the next story, on the next thing on the feed,
Not if this becomes a consistent thing that he does. Because then nobody's going to want to come play here.
Yeah, and then not only that, but getting rid of Gase. No one liked Gase. Everyone hated him.
Yeah.
No one hated Flo. That's the difference here. Because they like to show that him, Gase, and Fieldman or whoever had very similar records after 3 years.
I'm curious to see what Gase's record was. How long was Gase here? 3 years?
3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, and it was similar.
Yeah.
It was like a game or two under 500. The difference is we hated Gase. Good. Get rid of him. He's weird with his weird eyes. No one wants him here. You know what I mean? So yes, from his perspective, cut Gase. No one liked him anyway. The fans were be on it. You have pissed off the entire fan base, all of them, the media, the players. You've pissed off everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, bro.
And you did so in an embarrassing fashion. Like they're gonna suffer at least a little bit with ticket sales next season. I foresee.
That one I would like to believe, but bro, it's the NFL. It's a machine. Nobody cares. People will still show out. People will still show up and still go out there.
I'm not saying the stadium's going to be half empty. I'm saying instead of selling out, maybe there'll be 1,000 seats available or something.
I'll tell you this much, though. Maybe this is the best thing that ever happened to Flores.
Oh, for sure.
This is like a blessing.
If Minnesota doesn't hire him tomorrow,
the Raiders. I heard the Raiders, Minnesota's into him.
If you can get Brian Flores to fix that defense a little bit with that offense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if Minnesota doesn't at least talk to him, they should shut down that entire franchise and move it to a different city because it's the perfect fit.
That would be a good one. I'll say this, though. So right before on Sunday, so before the news came out on Monday, on Sunday, I texted you guys. I said, hey, I've been hearing that a certain somebody is considering, looking at his options in the NFL. Certain somebody named Jim Harbaugh, coach of Michigan.
Where you been hearing?
I've been hearing, bro. I read.
Where?
I read. I listen. I put my ear to the ground so I can hear the buffalo coming. And so I heard. Now I also heard that it was probably a leverage play, to get a raise out of Michigan, just like he did when he was in San Francisco and he got the raise over there, and he had Stephen Ross, Mr. Michigan, fly all the way across the country while still having Sperano. Remember that crap? Yeah. So that happened. With that being said, though, I messaged you guys, and it kind of got me thinking, like, man, if this guy is really like looking at the NFL, then it wouldn't surprise me if Flo said, "Yo," or Ross said, "Hey, out, Flo, I want this guy," because we already know this guy will do anything for him, and this guy probably goes to sleep. Stephen Ross probably has a picture of Jim Harbaugh in his bedroom that he looks at every night, and he kisses. And he touches, right before he goes to sleep every night. The guy's in love with them, and I get it. Sure. He's a Michigan guy. He's the biggest booster, and I think Stephen Ross is like the biggest booster for Michigan, right?
Something like $500 million over his lifetime, or something insane like that he's giving to that school.
Golly, and then he's down here. Go to Michigan, bro. Bring me a new owner, you clown.
Go on the Lions. He should go on the Lions.
No, the thing is Stephen Ross is so good at everything else.
Yeah,
Hard Rock Stadium is one of the best stadiums on the planet. You got F1, you have tennis, you get all the concerts. Like,
all right, don't go anywhere. Stay here. Just
terrible at
the NFL.
We're gonna get a World Cup game for sure.
Oh yes, no, we're gonna get a group. We're gonna have the group stage 100%, and at least a quarterfinal, guaranteed.
Yep.
The only reason that it's not a contender for a final is because it's not a lot of seats.
Yeah, they want to sell more.
Yeah,
it's not American.
That's the only reason why, like, Jerry World or Atlanta or wherever get games over Miami is just capacity. That's the only reason.
Yeah, we need 100,000 seats that we don't have right now.
I like the way we have it.
Yeah, Ronnie over here has a good message here. He says, when you fire a coach and he becomes a top coaching candidate, you botched the firing. Yep,
exactly.
So,
listen, you watch Joe Judge,
Stephen Ross, the Miami Beach Senior High alum. I didn't know that. I feel like I didn't
think so.
Oh. How do you end up in? No, I think he's a Michigan guy. That's why you went to.
Listen, I went to Auburn, bro.
One is a high school, the other one is a college. It could be both.
Hold on a second here, because I'm. All right, so now, like Ronnie said over here, when you fire a coach and he becomes a top coaching candidate, how do you correct that and get people to, forget about that? You hire the guy that nobody thought was available, and you make an even bigger splash by the guy you bring in. Now, if I don't care what all these reports, all these experts say, oh, this guy, Zimmer is a contender. Kellen Moore, Achilles said Kellen Moore, or whoever else. Mm-hmm. It's Harbaugh or bust at this point, because anybody that's not named Jim Harbaugh would be, it's like you think everybody's pissed off that Flores left. They're going to be pissed off that Flores left, and then we got whatever it is that's not Jim Harbaugh. You know what I mean?
The guy from
dude, as good as those other coaches are and everything, no. You got rid of a guy that people liked, and the opportunity's there. You go to Michigan, and he said, oh, I'm not going to take the coach away from Michigan, Well, you go over there, you put a large stack of money in front of him, and you say, hey, look, you don't have to deal with all this NIL stuff or anything, because honestly, I think that's a real reason. I think it's more Jim Harbaugh is realizing and is reading the tea leaves and looking into the future of college football. And he's seeing that, college football is not what it used to be.
And he's a bad college football coach, and he was a good NFL coach.
He's a great NFL coach. Like, I was looking at his stats, dude. He's got like a 70-something% win percentage, insane, really good. Dude. He took Kaepernick to a Super Bowl, like, this guy is legit. He won with Alex Smith. Like, he was a great coach. Now, the right now, college football, dude, and we'll get to the college football championship game from last night. We'll get to it. But the right now, college football is the wild, wild west. There is no rules. There is nothing like stopping anybody. The transfer portal is more lit than free agency. Players are moving. Coaches are saying, hey, peace out. I'm taking this money going over here. Oh, yeah, bro. That's going to be a challenge for traditional schools like Michigan to compete. There's only so much like, hey, you're from Michigan. Come here. the
Michigan man.
Be a Michigan man and join us over here. You know, it's only so much. You know what I mean? Like bro, Deion Sanders is pulling in 4 and 5 star recruits at a historical black college. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's where the money is right now. And yeah, you're gonna get money and you can get people over in Michigan, but it's now. It wasn't, it was easier before. It's only gonna get harder.
But not for him. He's been the worst coach. He's
football, bro. He's not that he's the worst coach in college football. He just can't beat Ohio State. That's it. Ohio State has been a thorn in his side.
That Michigan team has been irrelevant.
No, dude, he's had how many 10-win seasons does he have since he's been there, dude? We die for a 10-win season over here for the Canes. We'd literally commit murder for a 10-win season for the Hurricanes, and he's over there pulling it in like it's no big deal. He just can't beat Ohio State. Like they're phonies. It's Ohio State. He loses to Ohio State and Michigan State. But he reels off a 10-2.
That's his only job. Who cares? Oh, great! You beat Indiana. Great job.
100%. 100%. But
the biggest stadium in the country. Oh, congratulations.
For sure. But hey, the guy won. He won in San Jose State. He won at Stanford. He won at San Francisco, and he's won at Michigan. He's been a good coach. He's just, unfortunately, you know what he is? He's Georgia. He's Georgia to Alabama. He's just been in the shadow of Ohio State his whole time in Michigan, just like Georgia's been in the shadow of Alabama all these years with Nick Saban.
That's a great comparison.
Except one of those teams is a real team, and the other one's a bullshit phony team.
Oh, God. You're SEC bias now again. Get out of here.
Ohio State is the biggest phony in the country.
But they're always in the playoffs, and they won a chip. They've won a chip. They won a chip during this whole, college football playoffs, Yep. So they've done it. And every year they push out. It's a good. I hate it. Trust me, we all hate that school.
Yeah.
But I think that's a fair comparison. Now, college football is turning into the Wild Wild West. I think that Harbaugh looks and says, "You know what? I'm a structured man, dude. I like order. I like a rigid
wearing structure."
No. The guy wears the same pleated Dockers khakis
and the same extra starch in his dry cleaning.
Extra starch. He drinks milk with his steaks.
It sits on it. Doesn't even hang. It's just it looks like he's wearing a box for sure.
He drinks milk with his steaks. The guy's a weird dude, and that's not college football anymore. It's gonna become more and more something else that we don't know. There's no regulations. There's no salary cap. Whoever wants to come in, the guy who wants to build a stadium for the Hurricanes. What's his name? That Ruiz guy?
Oh, who else is going to buy the Dolphins now, too?
Yeah. He started reaching out to the Dolphins. But that guy, if he really wanted to, can just tell a recruit, I'm going to give you $2 billion next season just to say you're part of my thing, and that's legal. There's nothing that says it's not legal anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, Florida does have rules. And that's the thing. It's different from state to state, which is obviously a huge problem.
Okay, exactly.
Florida's a little tighter at NIL. Not that
surprised. I can't believe Florida's tight at anything here. But anyway, I think Harbaugh looks at that and says, "Hey, you know what? Maybe I got to go back to the NFL. What do I have in the NFL? Salary cap, structure. I already know how to deal with adults, things like that."
But he's untouchable apparently at Michigan. It doesn't matter what he does. He's never going to leave. So why would you want to leave and have actual pressure to perform when you can just dick around and get 10-win seasons every year?
Okay, all right. I'm not downplaying his success over there by saying it's dicking around and getting 10-win seasons, all right?
Being a college coach, irrelevant, bro.
Being a college coach is a full-time 365-day a year. I bet you anything.
No pressure.
I bet you anything. Nick Saban visited a recruit today. I bet you anything. Nick Saban was at a recruit's house today.
What does that have to do with pressure, bro?
I'm just saying it's a more of a full-time job than the NFL.
I'm done.
I think
you
so.
are completely not even understanding what I'm saying, and I'm done trying to explain it to you.
I understand what both of you are saying, actually, which is weird.
Yeah, I think Jim Harbaugh doesn't work. What are you talking about?
I get it, but you're just okay. You're downplaying what it is because they can't beat Ohio State. You're just making it way too easy.
Irrelevant. This is the first time that they had a decent season and they got exposed for being the irrelevant trash team that they are.
Okay, so more reason to leave Michigan because that's as good as it's gonna get over there. That's as good as the talent that he's gonna get.
But they don't expect anything else from him. That's the perfect job.
I know, but come on, I would think that right now would be the best time. So let's circle the wagons here. Let's bring it back to the Dolphins. Okay, let's bring it back.
But he's one of those hyper competitive dudes. Like he wants to compete at the highest level. He's not comfortable.
Okay,
and
they finally put a little crack into Ohio State, veneer. Why would you leave now?
Because the NFL's calling and they're going to put even more money. It's money talks.
That's where you're wrong. They're not going to put more money.
Oh,
no,
yes.
Also, what Edwin's saying about how college football landscape is changing, and maybe he doesn't know how to navigate it so much.
Yeah, dude, it's not the same.
Yeah.
He could be more successful in the NFL where he's already been successful.
How many NFL coaches do you think make more than the top 3 college coaches? Especially Nick Saban.
Probably none, bro.
Exactly. Don't tell me there's more money.
No. I don't know who. I know Nick Saban obviously is top tier.
I guarantee you that Harbaugh right now is making more total money and little things coming in here or there, blah, 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 than any NFL coach, bro.
Well, anyway, let's just say right now for Stephen Ross to save face from this whole Flores firing, I think it's got to be Harbaugh for bust. Can we agree on that?
I don't think anyone wants Harbaugh.
You don't. So forget the whole tie submission. You wouldn't want Harbaugh here as a replacement? You don't think? Bro.
I don't think any coach is going to fix this team. It's a GM who's going to fix this team.
Gus, what about you?
I agree that it's going to take more than just a coach, but of course you're going to want to, we don't have a coach. Might as well go get the best one available. Whether it's Jim Harbaugh, Eric Bieniemy.
If you brought in Bieniemy, I'd be like, all right, fine. Because you're looking towards the offense, and that's a guy who actually knows what's going on. Honestly,
for me, I'll tell you this much. When it comes to this whole situation, I want a proven coach. I don't want an upstart coordinator. Nothing against Bieniemy or Kellen Moore. I'd rather have a proven NFL coach. Mike Zimmer. No, I don't want. Like I said, I'd rather. No. Because again, going back to what I said, I'd rather have kept Flores than what's out there. I don't think there's a premier coaching guy out there. The premier coaching guy that would fit and make me feel good would be a Harbaugh. That's it, plain and simple. If it's not Harbaugh, I'm gonna be like whatever. But then again, this just sets the wheels in motion that now Tua is gone and we're gonna have Deshaun Watson and we're all gonna be Bengals fans next season anyway. So you know what I mean? It's all good.
Thank God.
Yeah, Ronnie says, get Bill O'Brien. I don't want Bill O'Brien.
Exactly.
He does. He is that NFL guy, but I don't want that guy.
He had Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, don't want that guy.
Deshaun Watson wants to play for that fucking idiot again, bro.
Exactly. Actually, you know what, Dolphins? Get Deshaun Watson, get Bill O'Brien, become the Miami Texans, and good for you, because I'm a Bengals fan. You know, so the hell with that. All right, bro. That's it for Dolphins. But let's bring it back. NFL weekend was lit. Did you guys watch any of that Chargers-Raiders game?
I went to sleep early like an old person.
Bro, you're such an old man.
Oh, and then I woke up like at 4:00 in the morning. It was terrible.
Oh, God. It's horrible.
I was watching it when the clock was running down at the end of the game, at the end of overtime. I thought they were just going to let it run, and then they kicked that field goal, and I was like, oh, that's hardcore.
I saw that, and it looked like that they were just going to run the ball. All you had to do is just make a couple of tackles, and the Raiders weren't going to call a timeout. They were just going to let the time run out, and I think the Chargers were going to do it. Now, everybody's saying that this coach, what's his name from
Chargers coach?
The Chargers coach.
The one that called the timeout?
Yeah, Staley.
Staley, right?
Yeah.
Sean Staley.
Anyway, they were saying that, Brandon Staley, there it is. He called the timeout. If he hadn't called the timeout, that they were just going to let the thing. Mm-hmm. And you know what, man? I've been thinking about it in both ways, from both sides. If you're the Raiders, man, how can you take a tie and let a division rival
for sure
like Chargers go in? Like, I understand if it was Raiders Dolphins, all right, maybe, but like they were really like adamant about it. I mean, it felt like it could happen, but at the end of the day, dude, do you think Al Davis or John Madden would have been like, "Oh, it's all right, my Raiders tied," and let the Chargers get in? Dude. Plus the Raiders, right? The Raiders by winning go to Cincinnati instead of with the tie, they would have been in Kansas City. Yeah. So you got to figure your chances are a little better with the Bengals.
They had no incentive.
Nothing. Yeah. The Chargers were hopeful, optimistic that this could happen, but it's just no, bro. Like, get out of here.
The Chargers need to get Flores and put him with the quarterback he should have got originally.
Yeah.
That'll be a game changer, baby.
Now, but here's the other thing, though. I also get the Raiders, like, at that point, like, if you're going up there and kicking a field goal, if you get that shit blocked and they return it and then they win, you're running that risk. Now, the likelihood of it getting blocked, very slim, but you never know, dude. You didn't think it was going to go down to a potential tie at the end. So I could see why you would just say, hey, just kneel the ball and you're in the playoffs, or kick a field goal. And if it gets blocked and something happens, you might not be in the playoffs.
But a run play is just as good as kneel to me in that situation.
Yeah.
And the Chargers didn't stop it, and they went, oh shit. Daniel Carlson, an Auburn grad, is a very good kicker. Let's fucking go for this win, bro. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, if the Chargers stop a 3rd and 6 run play, then it is a tie, and it doesn't matter. But they couldn't even do that. So
for sure.
Bro.
Chargers defense, bro. Wow, what a shit show.
Yeah, bro. But again, look,
they called a timeout to bring in a better run personnel and still couldn't stop someone on 3rd and 6.
You know what? At that point, too, man, those guys were exhausted. Like, I was watching the drive that tied the game in regulation from Herbert, where he converted like 4 fourth downs, because his receivers couldn't catch anything. They were dying, and yet Herbert, props to Herbert. I was impressed. I was really, really impressed with the way he kept, like, dude, everybody was dead. Everybody was dead. The defense was dead. Offense was dead. And he's out there still slinging it, trying. He ran for a first down. He did some stuff. I was like, all right. And he kept converting these 4th downs, and he put them in a chance that, went into overtime on a field goal in the last week of the season to get into the playoffs. Now, I will say this. Chargers, 9-8. Dolphins, 9-8. I mean, both teams are in shitty situations.
They're just opposites. One has a good offense and the worst defense ever. The other has a great defense and the worst offensive ever. They're literally foils of each other.
Now,
but Edwin wants to compare the quarterbacks, though. That's what he's getting at. That's what he's getting at.
No. Look, I'm off the 2-on. I'm off the 2-on.
One 9-8 team is 9-8 because their quarterback is great. The other team is 9-8 because their defense
is great. You're absolutely right.
I'm so happy Edwin is off the 2-on because he was about to storm the Hard Rock Stadium. It was January 5th, and he was gonna wake up the next day like about to storm
my Dolphins flag, going in there. Oh, dude, yeah. I was definitely that was gonna be it. But no, I'm off the 2-on train, man. I wish Tua the best. I don't see him being back next season. I think, these are all the initial pieces and movement that are going to, culminate with him probably being the quarterback of the Saints. I think that's where I see him going, and he's going to be pretty damn good.
Oh, my God.
He'll be great over there.
Amazing.
Sean Payton's going to be like, this is what I've always wanted, a lefty breeze, and he'll make it happen. Who knows what we'll have at quarterback.
Just like every Dolphin who leaves Miami becomes an awesome player. Like, what is that? The other day, against the Patriots, their center's Ted Karras, and he's been great for them. He was in the Dolphins last year. Yep. Why did you get rid of him?
Yep.
It's the curse of Wes Welker, man. That's when it started.
Wes Welker, even Ryan Tannehill, I got to give it up to him. Ryan Tannehill just became a better version of himself in Tennessee. Yeah. Like, he's not great, but he's better than he was here. He's like, this is what I do good. I hand it off better than anybody. So he milked it. He's just really good for them and that scheme.
It was like one of our millions of defensive ends that we got rid of. Just set like a franchise record for the Bears for sacks or something.
Oh, Robert Quinn, yeah.
And
he has.
Is this Russian Bing Bong right here?
Fuck your life, Bing Bong. Yeah, but I know Quinn. Again, it's bad. I don't know, man. Again, but the good news is we're all Bengals fans, so we don't have to worry about what happens with the Dolphins anymore. We're just talking about it because it's in the news. Again, the Colts lost to the Jaguars, missed the playoffs. How about the Lions?
Yeah, I was about to say, Man Campbell. That man, he doesn't care. No losing.
Coach of the year, bro.
Right.
He said, first pick. I don't give a shit about that. We're winning a meaningless game, bro.
I don't need a first pick. I'm beating that bum Aaron Rodgers at his own game. He should have sat out this week, But no, he wants to come in and try to win the MVP.
Campbell. We had Dan Campbell. The guy's awesome. The Lions are horrible, and he's had that team at the verge of victory almost every single week of the year.
He's
another one that Miami had. Woo, let him go, doing something good somewhere else, bro.
Somewhere else.
Ridiculous.
I will say,
Adam Gase is the only one. He's the only one that left and did not get better.
Yeah, he was trash, dude. It's so bad that he got replaced, by the Dolphins with Flores, and then didn't even outlast Flores at the Dolphins. And Flores got a short leash, and he was gone in New York quicker than Flores was here.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm still looking. I don't know
You
where that guy
can't.
is.
It's
Yeah.
unnerving.
He's always looking for his next job. That's what's happening.
But anyway, all right. So it's the end of the Dolphin season, but now we get into the playoffs, and we got. But if you look at the slate of games, bro, it's a lot of it's division. It's rivalry games here, bro. You got a lot of in division games seating up here. All right, so let's go through some of these games. If you want to give me a winner, if you think or you feel good about any of these, go ahead. No, you don't have to though. First game is Saturday. Raiders at Bengals, 4:30 kickoff.
Good game.
Good game, right? I mean, but we're all Bengals fans here, so we're gonna ride this bad boy. Yo, Vinny Vegas going with Vegas.
I'm just not a Bengals fan.
No, we're gonna be.
We're gonna be.
You are going to be. If Deshaun Watson becomes the quarterback of the Dolphins, no chance I'm supporting a team with a rapist on it. That paid extra and work to have a rapist represent them. I will not support that team.
So
who will I support? I don't know.
Bengals.
I think the Steelers have always been my backup team, but
I
mean,
well,
they're kind of on the same.
They're, alleged.
Yeah, they're kind of on the same boat as Watson there. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're at least getting rid of their rapist.
Yeah, I'll go for the Chargers.
Chargers?
Yeah, fair enough,
all right. Okay, all right. Get out of my life. Ronnie, Raiders. He's got the Raiders. Okay, we'll see. Next game, divisional game here. Here we go. Pats, Bills, version 3, or part 3 here. They split the season series. Here we go. McCorkle in the playoffs in Buffalo. Did you see the forecast for that game? Expected is I think it's
frozen
in
hell.
Frozen. It's gonna be death. It's gonna be.
No. But
what is it that Mr. T
not.
says in Rocky 3? Pain.
But last time it was freezing in Buffalo and those teams played.
Yep.
Bill Belichick just ran all over their stupid
exactly.
faces.
So
well, he's proven that he doesn't need to throw the ball to win.
Yeah. I'll say this, man. I watched some of the McCorkle game, dude. He's good. He's actually a good quarterback. He's not bad at all. He's a good.
Glimpses.
He knows how to not make mistakes.
Yeah.
He's good at not making mistakes.
I was having a conversation with a fellow Tuanon supporter, and when I was coming off my Tuanon kick, and I was like, bro, it's been 2 seasons, and I don't have a single Tua game that I can say that was a great Tua game. Yeah. Like he won this week, but he had like 109 yards passing or something. It's just
he
like
barely got over 100.
I can't defend his stuff. I mean,
the
granted
scored as many touchdowns as the offense.
Bro, it's just bad. There's some, like I said, Waddle's a bright spot. Gesicki has skill, but he's never put it together. Waddle, get rid of that bum Devontae Parker.
Oh yeah. We're so happy to have Will Fuller. Okay.
Bro, bum.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what do you play? Like one snap?
Greer should get fired just for that.
Yeah, for real, dude.
The guy who's never healthy, and the 1 year he was healthy was because he was on steroids.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is gonna happen, bro?
Seriously.
Nah, Ronnie. This used to be
No, it's never been.
Yeah, it used to be. Used to be. I was the leader of the Tuanon podcast. But he's got the Buffalo Bills over the Patriots here. I gotta go with the Bills. In this one too, just because like they this has got to be that Buffalo win, right? All the hype, everything at home.
Dude, this was
bro.
This whole season has been this is it, bro. This is the one where they do it and then they don't do it.
Fuck it. Patriots. I got the Patriots in that one.
Bro.
Right, so.
Don't root against Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
the
that's
numbers
true.
are never in your favor.
Rule number 1: don't root against.
The only time you can root against, the only time you can pick against Belichick is when he plays the Dolphins in Miami. That's it.
That's it.
He cannot win in Miami.
Unbelievable. All right, let's move to Sunday. Sunday, you get more good games. Every matchup is something to watch here. Mm-hmm. Eagles at Bucks, 1:00. Eagles. Hey, bro, Jalen Hurts did something there, man.
I like Jalen Hurts, man.
Yeah.
But...
That team is a scary team there. But again, I'm not going against Brady until somebody beats Brady. I'm not picking against them. That's to me, it is what it is. Also, Brady not winning the MVP, which is people are expecting it to go to Aaron Rodgers. I think that's just more Brady fuel. And it's like the Michael Jordan documentary, It's like, I took it as disrespect. I feel like this is just another reason to piss off Brady. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? No.
just give it to him so we don't have to see him win another.
Exactly. Yes, dude. I feel like if they gave him the MVP, then for sure the Bucks would lose in the first or second round. You know what I mean? But you didn't give it to him.
So
Home field is they didn't get the number 1 seed. Like, watch out, Green Bay. You guys are fucked.
how many MVPs does Tom Brady have?
Not that many. That's why he has all those Super Bowls.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he would have less Super Bowls if they would have just given him more MVPs?
For sure.
He's more complacent.
For sure. Dude, how gross is it? 2 guys threw for 5,000 yards in the NFL this season. Do you know who they are?
Oh, man.
Kirk Cousins and someone else.
Yeah, obviously you guys didn't look at our show prep. One of them is in there. It's Justin Herbert. He threw for 5,014. And you know who led the league in passing yards? A 44-year-old Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
44-year-olds. And he threw 40.
Yeah, don't they throw the most in the league, though?
Dude, and he threw for 40-something touchdowns. He almost threw his age in touchdowns, bro. He threw his age in touchdowns. I think he threw 43 or 44,
And know what's great? Tua was like number 3 in most pass attempts, and he had like 15 touchdowns.
Exactly, dude. 16 touchdowns and 10 picks.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the guy. That's the guy, bro.
The thing with Aaron Rodgers though is he doesn't throw any interceptions. I think he has I think Brady had 15 picks this season to go with his 40-something touchdowns, which is ridiculous and insane, you know. But I think Aaron Rodgers in his last I don't know how many years combined he has 15 interceptions. So I get it. He's deadly accurate. He doesn't make mistakes, but I still think a guy at 44 leading the team to the second best record behind the Packers, at 44 and everything he's done with that team has been falling apart all season. That Bucs team has fallen apart all season, and he's carried them all season because the only guy who hasn't gotten injured and missed time on the Bucs has been Brady. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even fucking Rodgers over here lying and missing games because he lied about shit. He gets
COVID toe, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I would give it to Brady, but it's going to go to Rodgers, and the rest of the league is fucked. So, all right, here's a good one. San Francisco at Cowboys, 4:30 on Sunday. Oh,
I got Niners.
Right?
It's I got Niners. Cowboys are gonna Cowboys.
They're gonna choke it.
Yeah, dude.
Not against.
They're gonna lasso themselves,
bro. The Cowboys only play good against the NFC East teams, especially towards the end of the season. That's the only teams they would beat, bro. I don't got them beating the 49ers beat the Rams.
Bro, the Cowboys have become the Washington Generals of the NFL.
Yeah, dude.
That's who they are now.
Man. Ronnie and I have been disagreeing on every game. He's got Eagles for the upset. He's got Cowboys. I don't trust the Bucs secondary. And he's got the Cowboys here. I like it, though. I like it. He's sticking with us.
The thing is, the Eagles aren't a throwing team. That's a running team. They're running backs and their quarterback.
Yeah.
And no team is better at stuffing the run than the Bucs, bro.
Well, but this San Francisco Cowboys game intrigues me, bro.
Yeah, no, that's exciting for sure.
Nothing would give me more pleasure this weekend than watching the Cowboys lose at home in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, yes.
After all this, we them boys, we back. So
assuming we think they're going to lose, all of us think they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Would it be better if they get smoked, or if it came down to the last second, like what happened that one time with Romo, where he fumbled the fucking.
Oh no!
Stupid like that.
Smoke.
Yeah, the bot. No, it's got to be a smoke. It's got to be a smoke. It's got to be a smoke. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I know what you're talking about for sure. But it's got to be a smoke.
I want to see Jimmy G. Jimmy G's got to have an all-time game. I want to see that.
Jimmy G is if there's one thing that Jimmy G is, he's clutch. You know what I mean? He plays well in these big games. He might fuck up some shit in the regular season and be inconsistent and stuff, but he plays well in these big games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he beat the Rams. He's been to a Super Bowl. And as good as the Cowboys are, that team is the first team to have a 4,000-yard passer, a 1,000-yard rusher, 2,000-yard receivers, a defensive player with over 10 sacks, and a defensive player with over 10 interceptions or 10 interceptions or more.
And we're still
yeah, they're still gonna lose in the first round.
Bro. You know what the Cowboys are? Certified grade A pad statters. Russell Westbrook, baby. Russell Westbrook of the NFL. That's what they are.
They got a bunch of Russell Westbrooks on their squad.
Pad statting right there, bro.
100%. Man, they're the Lakers.
Right? Well, no, it's just Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook.
Carmelo Anthony. You know,
LeBron. I'll give LeBron that over Carmelo. Carmelo's just happy to be playing, I think. All right. Then the nightcap Sunday is Steelers at Chiefs. To me, it's all about.
Give me a break.
Yeah,
that's how many touchdowns are the Chiefs going to win by?
Yeah.
I'll get. Jimmy G is what Uncle Jesse from Full House would be for a quarterback. Yeah, good looking dude. Can't go wrong. Good looking dude.
There you go.
Best looking quarterback. I think he's the best looking quarterback. Right? I think we decided that a few weeks ago. Best looking quarterback is Jimmy G. But anyway, he dates the porn star. He's got it. But yeah, Steelers at Chiefs. Bye Ben Roethlisberger. It's the end. Ronnie finally agrees. He's got Chiefs. He's with us. Finally.
There you go.
And then interesting enough, first time ever, there's going to be a Monday Night Football for a playoff. That's cool. Cards at Rams. That's going to be a good game to watch, man.
That is a good game, bro. Oof.
That's why it's on Monday night.
Because they also split the season.
Yeah. But the Rams, they lost what was it to the Niners, but the Cards also lost the last week too, so that's why they ended up being division champions, and then they get to host this game. So Rams, Cards, we got the gunslinger, throwing it out there.
Bro,
huh?
Two of them.
One much tighter than the other one, but you know what I mean.
A proper corral gunfight.
Yosemite Sam versus the Roadrunner. How about that?
There you go. Here we go. Ronnie's got the Rams. I'm with Ronnie.
Yeah,
I feel like we're finally.
The Cardinals have not been very good at the end of the season.
Cooper Kupp is gonna smoke them.
Cooper Kupp should get some MVP votes, bro.
For sure.
That dude is just bananas. I don't care if he did it in one extra game. It's much harder to do the shit that he does now than it's ever been, for wide receivers. It's insane. So, we got plenty to look forward to this weekend. Programming note: we're not gonna have a show Friday. I know we've been talking about it, haven't had it. We're gonna lay off the Fridays for a little bit here till we catch up here with some football. So we'll be back next Tuesday, to talk about all the games that happened and everything there. But we're gonna talk about the national championship game last night. Great game. If you missed it, we got you covered. We'll get to it in a second. But first, let's talk about flip a coin here, bro. Achilles, you are Mr. Locale. You are the vice minister of heat propaganda. You are Ice Cat's #1 fan. You said Huberdeau is the Ronaldinho of the ice. What do you want to talk? What are you more excited about right now? The Miami Heat or
it's so hard to choose. It's
right?
so hard to choose.
It really is.
Well, the Heat have been killing it, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Panthers have been killing it, but with the team that we thought they were.
Yeah.
They are doing it with a bunch of scrubs. They literally have a guy named Guy. Like they have a guy on the team.
Yeah, that's right. That's
creative player, just Guy. Not Guy. He's not even like Canadian. You can't say he's Guy. No, he's just Guy. Yeah, he's just some guy. All right.
So yeah, like I said, I don't know, man. I can't choose. Whichever one you want me to go off on, I'll go off. But like,
he kind of looks like what's? Oh man, I'm having a brain fart. What is this rapper that Tyler Hero was?
Jack Harlow. Yeah.
He kind of looks like he looks like him.
That's the whole thing, is that he looks like Jack Harlow, who made the song Tyler Hero.
Exactly. Tyler Hero fixed his jump shot over the summer.
Yeah, bro. Solid, man. All right, well, let's go. Let's start with the Heat here, man. The Heat been on a run. I don't have the information in front of me. I don't know where they are right now, season standings.
They're number 3 in the East. A game and a half out of second, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so they're up there. Now, Achilles was asking that other than the Warriors, who would you favor over a fully healthy Heat in a 7-game series?
Other than the Warriors?
Because the reason I asked that is when you look at the power rankings of the top 10, the Heat are 10-2 against all those teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I haven't had their 2 best players for months now.
Yeah, no, Ethan Skolnick tweeted out the other day. Yeah, they're and that was a few days ago, so I don't know how much it's changed. But when he tweeted it out, they were 8-2 against the top teams in the league. Yeah. With Jimmy and Bam missing a majority of those games.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking. If they can beat these good teams with randos, how is it that any other team, maybe again except for the Warriors, at full strength, have a legit chance of beating them in a 7-game series? I know I'm a propagandist. I get it. But let's be real though.
Mm-hmm.
There's some, fact behind my propaganda. Because
I mean, look, the Heat have been doing it, and again, are we surprised? It's Spoelstra, the most underrated coach.
This is one of the greatest coaching jobs in the history of coaching.
We've said that.
In all sports, bro.
Dude, we said that when they went to the finals a couple of years ago during the pandemic in the bubble.
It's not the same, dude.
No
coach has done this.
But this is what I'm saying. No coach had done that. And now no coach has done this. And this is what we constantly say with this guy. He's the most underrated coach. He's phenomenal. He gets the most out of anyone. You know what I mean? We got a guy named Yurts. That's a guy on our team who's getting minutes. A guy on our team is getting minutes.
And he's like a historical player right now. Like only like Shaq is up. He's like in that realm right now.
Yes.
Consecutive 10+ rebound games.
and we're not even, at full strength yet. We're still up there. Again, this is there should be some type of award just for like the most consistently underrated coach, the most consistently underrated front office, talent evaluators, the Excel assassin, everybody from top to bottom. They just the branding team for coming up with the uniform concept this year and rebounding after a so-so vice versa last year, killing it with this remix, the mashups. I love it. Like everything from top to bottom on this organization is just A+ championship quality. Gotta love it, Yep. So, but again, we had this conversation about what an incredible job he's doing coaching. It feels like we have this conversation every year.
Up himself. It's unbelievable.
Yes. it's crazy, bro.
Gross.
It's Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
But like I said, like if you look at the NBA right now, do you think the Suns?
No.
The Bucks?
No.
The Bulls?
No.
The Jazz?
9.
Brooklyn?
No.
Okay.
No, I get you. I feel confident. I feel confident going against any of these teams. I will say this. Watching Clay get back and seeing the Warriors get him back, and if we conveniently forget that the team with Clay, Draymond, and Steph, that's a record-setting 70 something win team. You know what I mean?
73.
And now they're the best defense in the league on top of having all the offensive weapons that they have.
That's a gross team. That's not fair. If whatever Spoelstra has done, you got to give it up to Kerr. He just does it a little better, because he's gone in there and has been able to sustain that for so many seasons.
Resurrected the carcass of Andrew Wiggins and turned him into a borderline all-star.
Exactly, dude. He's really good. And the Warriors, dude, I love to see it. I would love a Warriors, Heat final, man. That would be like sex. So much.
For sure.
Oh, so much sex, dude. Oh,
what do you think they talk about when they're both coaching Team USA?
I know, right?
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's good.
They probably just look at each other like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you
because they're not trying to share too much with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They're just like looking at each other like
they're like, let me draw up this play, but they're just looking at each other like, yeah.
Or he starts, like Spo's like, one of his great inbound plays, and he's like,
no, let's scratch that. What do you think, He's just asking Kerr, like, hey, what do you think? Maybe you should draw this play. He's like, I don't know, you should draw it. Show me what you think. And he's like, no. They have like assistants doing everything. But basketball seasons, it's getting into that right thing. Now the problem is, I don't like the regular season just drags on for too long, dude. It's just too long, too many,
I don't think
injuries.
Great.
So I'm hoping that this good vibe and this good, high that we're on, like, sticks around for a while. You know what I mean? And that we could really ride it into the playoffs, because we've been through this before, where we get in these nice little roles and then something derails it. I'm not trying to be a poo-poo. I'm not trying to poo-poo on the situation here.
But we know they'll bounce back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Ronnie's chiming in over here. He says it's going to be Warriors versus Bucks. Those teams hate each other. Well, you know what? I hate your prediction. It'll be the Heat, baby.
No one has Giannis's number like the Heat do. One.
Except they swept us last year, but that was, just a fluke.
we stole PJ Tucker from them.
Yes, we got this. We got his kryptonite there. So
I do think I'm worried about Boogie Cousins, bro. Like, no.
yeah, no. I heard he's they're releasing him or something.
Of
I
course.
think so.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Their whole advantage against the Heat was size.
Yeah.
And now Brook Lopez is gone. PJ
Yeah.
Tucker, he's not the biggest guy, but he, played like a big guy.
Where's
Whoa.
Brook? What happened to Brook?
He's old and his back is done. He's out
good.
for the season. Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of my life.
Chris Middleton will have one game. Giannis will have one game.
Chris Middleton is like
come out in 4. Big deal.
Chris Middleton just looks and feels like fucking like if you ordered Paul Pierce from Wish. It's not the same, but it's still good. But it's just as annoying and looks slightly different, but just pisses you off just as much, But that's what it is.
Oh, that's
good player though, good player. But it is what it is. I'm excited. We're approaching getting close to All-Star festivities. Where's the All-Star game at this year?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Is that like a thing? Is there going to be a dunk contest? Is there going to be a 3-point? Let's just start the playoffs already, dude.
Just skip
Do that. Fuck all that shit, man. I want to ask you a question before we transition to college football. I want to ask you, LeBron
it's in
James.
Cleveland.
Oh, it's in Cleveland? Although Cleveland, they're playing pretty well.
I love the team that they put together. They literally put together a team of giants. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone's 7 foot other than Darius Garland.
What about that? Is Colin Sexton? Is he not?
No, he's hurt. He's out for the season.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Okay.
that sucks, bro.
And they're winning without him, man. That's good. So they can get better. But let me ask you this, man. So we're watching not surprised, but we're watching the slow deterioration of the Lakers.
It's so delicious.
Yeah.
The Lakers are just falling apart. All these moves that they did, the Russell Westbrooks, the Carmelo. This, one more time, let's run it back. You're seeing all this. Now, LeBron's having a phenomenal season. He's putting up stats that you shouldn't be putting up. Great player.
I think he's the best player to ever live. He is a god-awful GM. He is the worst at that job.
Yeah. He's that team is just falling apart. We said it at the beginning, and I've been a big fan of Anthony Davis, but if you can't stay healthy, bro, and even then when he was healthy this season, he wasn't dominant. Like, bro, that guy.
But I feel like he wasn't right.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he wasn't right ever at all this season because when he's healthy, he's the best player in the league.
He should be. He should be. He should be the top 2-3 player in the league for that team to be successful, and he hasn't been there all season. I don't know where the Lakers are in the standings right now. Let me see if I can pull it up.
They're not in the playoffs.
They're not. That's what I was curious to see if they're.
Oh no, they are. They're the 7th seed. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now his first season in the Lakers doesn't make the playoffs. Second season wins the chip. Third season out in the first round. Fourth season now.
Barely fighting to be in it.
Fighting to be relevant. They're gonna blow that up. Are we at a point now where we can start looking at the LeBron lottery again here? Do you think?
No, I think LeBron.
You think he's this is it? This is the final stop?
Yeah.
I don't think it's the final stop, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna wait for Bronny to get drafted, and then he's gonna go to that team.
Okay.
And somehow he'll finagle it that he gets drafted to the Lakers somehow.
Okay. So fair enough. That's good.
But like, do some stupid shit like trade away every single asset that the Lakers have to acquire whatever pick Bronny's going at, just to have him for 1 year, and then just completely ruin the Lakers organization for like 20 years.
Now, that would be a movie script right there. That would be great. But I think
Hollywood, baby.
what does a guy like LeBron want? What does he want? He wants power. The guy wants,
He has it. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. He technically has it, but how do you get more power?
You don't.
You do.
You collect all the Dragon Balls.
You collect all the Dragon Balls. You collect all the skulls in Halo. You can do all that stuff. But listen, no. You know how you get more power? You go the Stephen Ross route, bro. You got to become an owner. That's how you get that ultimate power.
There's never going to be an owner player. That's not going to happen.
I don't think there might not be an owner player, but I think that there's a team out there. Look, we never thought Dwayne Wade would be, involved with anything with the Jazz. I'm just saying.
He's at like the Jay-Z level of ownership with the Nets.
Yeah.
That's listen, I'm glad that he's getting into it. Now he has an ownership stake in Real Salt Lake. Great for him. But let's pop the brakes at all. He's an owner. Okay.
I'm just saying, if that's the next logical step for him is ownership, and he's not gonna get it on the Lakers. Like that's just that's a family-owned business that's not gonna be turned over to LeBron. You know what I mean?
He's already part of a sports ownership group, so he just needs to convince them to buy into an NBA franchise.
But
exactly.
To me, that doesn't count as another stop. Another stop is in his playing career.
I'm just okay. Yeah, look, okay. It might not be something like that, but look, he could have, there could be an undisclosed team that we're not thinking about right now that could be in position to draft a guy, like his son. When is his son eligible? Like, is his son any good? Is Bronny NBA good?
He's getting drafted.
He's a prospect, yeah.
Draft prospect, yeah.
But he's like in high school still, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have to go to college. I think he's a senior right now.
Okay, so
if I'm not mistaken.
So we got a couple seasons, so he's got to finish this year plus at least 1 year of college, probably. So he might, if at best he's a one and done that makes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you, I think that there's a team here, somewhere that we haven't, thought of, that where the opportunity hasn't presented itself, where his likelihood would be, look, I'm gonna go to this team with the caveat that once my playing days are over, it's going to be kind of like the David Beckham route. I go to MLS. I'm going to get an ownership stake of some sort.
You mean Jordan at the Wizards route?
Yeah, Jordan at the Wizards, where he starts getting his ownership feet wet there, and then he transitions into a power in Charlotte.
But it's never worked.
Exactly.
But try telling LeBron to not do something because it's never worked. He's going to do everything he can.
If you're LeBron, would you rather be Michael Jordan in Charlotte or what Magic Johnson was for that 1 or 2 years with the Lakers? Who actually has more power?
For sure.
More influence? That's what I'm saying.
But I get it completely. But LeBron is never gonna be that guy for the Lakers. Like that's just as big as LeBron is. The Lakers are.
He likes to be the GM, and then he'll have plenty of time to do podcasts and make movies.
You know what?
Blah, blah,
Maybe
blah.
You know what? Where we're not talking about that could possibly happen. If he wants to stick in LA, I could see something like that with the Clippers. Steve Ballmer saying, "Look, come on board. We'll make something happen." Maybe something like that. I don't see that with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So if he's gonna,
you're underestimating the power LeBron James has, dude.
I think if Jordan couldn't do it with the Bulls, and Jordan is considered, the fucking Ayatollah here, the biggest thing.
He was never on the business level of LeBron James.
I'll give you that.
That's it. And that's not a slight against Jordan. That wasn't a thing athletes did back then.
Yeah.
This is not the same, dude.
I get you.
This is not the same.
No, I get you. It's a different playing field for this guy.
He's making too much money just being in LA.
Yeah.
His whole business is based out of LA now. Why would you wreck that to be a part owner of the Oklahoma City Thunder because they drafted your kid?
Well, again, it's just that these opportunities to own a team are very few and far between, and not everybody can get in. So if the opportunity presents itself in some random place, he's going to go all in.
Saying he's not going to. I don't see LeBron James taking one of these BS part owner deals where you're like a 1% owner. He's not going to do that. If he's going to do something, he's going to be the guy. You know what I mean?
But I mean, there's also progression steps. Maybe it starts with the 1%, that while he's still playing, it's a 1% thing, and then as soon as he's done, it balloons to 25 or something.
His production companies and stuff make too much money for him. Like he's gonna be like, either give me what I want, or I'm just gonna do what I'm doing now and make more money than everybody combined. I don't care.
All right, I'll ask you this. Last one here before we move on to some college football. Will we see LeBron James on a basketball court playing basketball in another uniform other than the Lakers? Do you think is no matter what, it's just going to end with him in Los Angeles?
I think if his son gets drafted somewhere else, he'll try to make it happen so that he's playing with his son. And that's something that he said he's always wanted to do.
Okay, so if his son gets, let's just say San Antonio ends up with the pick and drafts him, or something like that. You think he's going to uproot everything and go to San Antonio for a year?
I can see him do it for one season. I don't see if it's something that he's always wanted to do. What's 1 year?
Yeah, I guess if it's just like a hurrah year, maybe. But still, I think he would sooner, again, wreck LA. LA's future to bring his kid to LA because he got drafted somewhere. And again, he's a prospect, but I don't think he's like a top 5.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, exactly.
Like you could probably sell some spare parts and give away a pick, and some team will just be like, bluff him and be like, haha, I drafted him.
Or maybe, hey, NBA draft is only 2 rounds. Maybe he's not even that good, and they just sign him as a, what is it?
Agent.
Free agent. Like what Wade did, where his kid got signed to the Utah Jazz of G League affiliate.
Yeah. Now, honestly, if I was LeBron, I think better than playing with my son would be, playing against my son, beating the shit out of him, showing you'll never beat me. That to me would be the more interesting thing. You know what I'm saying? I would
ruin his confidence for the rest of his life.
No, ruin his confidence, but say just leave him with that thing that you'll never be as good as me, but you got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? Something like Lakers against the let's just say the Magic, like Ronnie over here says, Orlando Magic. Let's just say he gets signed by the Magic, and it's Lakers Magic, and he just goes off for like 37 against his son. Just bam. And says, get off me, and then he retires the next season, and then he goes into something, you know what I mean? But like, just that 1 year of just like schooling his son a couple of times in the league would be pretty good. I think that'd be more fulfilling than playing with him for a season and getting mad at him like, you didn't score. Why did you score, little Ronnie? Fuck, bro, just dunk on your son a couple of times and call it a day, bro. Call it a career after that.
That's
telling you, man. All right, so last night there was a college football game.
No, what happened to Ice Cats, bro?
That's right. Let's do Ice Cats. Awesome. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So Ice Cats here. All right, bro. Give me this Ronaldinho sex talk that you got here, bro. And
I've been thinking about it for a long time because I really like Huberto. And I said, like, when you watch him play hockey, he looks different than everyone else. And like I said, everything he does is flashy and weird and behind the back and no look. So I was just like, man, who is like that? And it took a while, but I landed on Ronaldinho because that is what Ronaldinho is. Ronaldinho is a world-class player, but he played the game with flair. It wasn't just that he was good.
Even the way he runs, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even the way he runs was like...
He had a little something extra to it.
Swaggy. I don't know.
What's your favorite Ronaldinho little swag move that he do? Because I love the no-look pass or the look-away pass. Yes. Whenever the ball's coming, he passes it to the left, but he looks to the right.
Yeah.
Gets me every time. Love watching that.
Love it.
Simple. It's a simple little move. It's like the Zidane little spin move that he does. It's that and the Ronaldinho, look away pass is so sexy. So the Panthers were tops in the league right now. Is that correct?
Points. I don't know. They're at the top in record too. I know in points.
In points. We won tonight. What was the final score? 5-2 over Vancouver.
Another 5-point game, goal game at home.
another baseball score. Another baseball score for a hockey team. Gross already. How nasty we're putting. Are we going to put up 10? Are we going to put up 10 in a game this season? Do you think?
I hope so.
Oh, if we play the Coyotes again at home, we'll put 10.
We'll put up. Love it. Now, what's the problem though, Achilles? Because at home. You saying the key word there at home or something
like
on the road.
Like I was telling you guys today, at home, the Panthers might be the best team in sports, period, when they're playing at home.
Okay.
They're unreal. They're unstoppable. But on the road, they struggle so hard with defense and goalkeeping. And I can't understand it. The offense, whatever. Maybe there's whatever home ice, blah, blah, blah. The offense is still good.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little less on the road. But the defense and the goalkeeping just goes to shit. Bob has been unbelievable at home. And then on the road, he's doing weird shit like he did before. The defense is just, everyone's just like standing around and no one blocks any pucks. And they have to work so hard. Like the Dallas game on the road. There was like 5 goals in the space of like 10 minutes. Because it was just like, give up a goal, score a goal. Give up one, score one.
I think opposing teams has invested in little laser pointer people in the top
to get
of their arenas. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay. Now,
for me, that's the only thing that's holding them back from being like a Stanley Cup team.
Okay.
Because that means you have to be perfect at home in the playoffs, which in the playoffs, anything can happen. You know what I mean? You can't be relied that you're going to win at least or whatever 4 games at home. You can't count on that. You got to perform on the road, and they just don't, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, though. I mean, with that being said and those limitations that we have on the road, we're still leading the league in points. I mean, at this point in the season, I can't imagine that we've played 90% of our games at home. Mm-hmm. So we're still putting up those dubs. We're just not playing as well.
No,
but we're getting the wins.
I'm talking about in a 7-game series is where I'm extending this.
Okay.
And you know that you're not going to play as well on the road, and the other team knows that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen in a game, bro. Anything.
Yeah.
So it can't be a thing where it's like, oh, well, toss it up. We're going to be crap on the road. Oh, well, I guess we got to be perfect at home.
Yeah.
That's not, to me, that's a little dangerous.
I see you. Let's see, man. When you were talking about Ronaldinho and Huberto, got me thinking, like, there's a guy, my favorite player, who I've been enjoying is Ovechkin. And I've always said that he plays with this, like, reckless, just, I don't know who the soccer player is that Ovechkin reminds me of. But it's somebody with the best finish.
No,
but
it's your boy. What's his name? Brazilian that played for Chelsea and Atletico Madrid. Bro.
Oh, Diego Costa?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I could see a little Diego Costa in it because he's just. Mm-hmm. But like, bro, it's not as finesse. It's very like dirty. Yeah. It's very good. Yeah, I guess Diego Costa, but I'm enjoying it. NHL All-Star Game is going to be in Vegas. That's the one that's going to be in Vegas that I had confused there. So we're approaching these midway points in the season for both NHL and NBA here. Plenty.
Did they already do the outdoor game? What do they call it? The Winter Classic?
Yeah, dude. People were freezing to death out there in like negative 20-degree Minnesota, dude. It was horrible. Horrible. I don't know how people do that.
You can't do global warming. You can't do it anywhere else but literal tundra nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't do it in Chicago or Boston or
you can't count on snow. You can't count on snow anymore.
It's over, bro. Dude, in like 3 years they're gonna be playing in like Manitoba somewhere in the middle of Canada.
Manitoba? What is that? Manitoba. Manitoba. That's just when Minnesota stretches out into Canada because they're running away from the United States. That's what it is. All right, I'll be for it. So all right, so we got the midway points in NHL and NBA. We're looking forward to that. Locally, Inter Miami got a stadium deal progressing. Seems like it might be happening.
It was done before, and it was like we got to go to a vote, and then the vote didn't happen.
Yeah,
congrats. Listen. Hey, Edwin, me and you, we're millionaires now.
Yeah. Hasn't happened.
Me and Edwin agree that in 5 years, we're definitely going to be millionaires.
I agree. I like that. I'll sign up to that. Let's do that.
I also agree.
Exactly.
I agree. Gus, you can be like a thousandaire, a very high thousandaire, but we're going to be millionaires.
I'm going to be a billionaire. Suck my balls.
Oh, man. All right. Looking at the time here, man, we've gone a little long here. My apologies to college football. We're going to have to push that on to next week. But I want to thank Ronnie, who was, chat MVP tonight. A couple of Russian bots that came in there. Yeah. Jersey Dolphins. Some regulars that we had at the beginning. We had Terry, Jonathan, and a couple others. Thanks again for lighting up the chat, keeping it interesting. We hope we kept you excited and kept you entertained on this, quiet, rainy South Florida Tuesday night. Gus, I don't know how the weather is over there in Orlando, but apparently it's raining everywhere in South Florida right now.
It's really cold.
Yeah?
It's in the 50s.
Oh, nice.
Barf.
Look at that. Winter Classic, Orlando.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, the 50s is my limit. Anything colder than 50s, I'm done with.
Oh, you don't like that, huh?
I'm not about it. It's going to fall into the 40s one of these days.
Oh, look at Ronnie. Look at Ronnie over here. Great show and convo. No need to thank me. No. We do. We got to thank you. We appreciate our fans. Tell your friends. Give this show a like, a share, subscribe. Subscribe to Lemon City Live. I know you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on the 5 Reasons. You were expecting Skolnick. You're expecting Brady Hawk and some Dolphins and Dono and all those guys and Heat Talk. But you got us. But we're Lemon City Live. You got to find us on everything.
We're giving you hockey Ronaldinho
Yeah,
talk.
dude. We're giving you hockey Ronaldinho. We broke down LeBron's path to ownership. We talked about a lot tonight, plenty. And we'll have some more on Tuesday.
We're going to have so much on Tuesday, bro.
Yeah. Oh, God, man. Recapping all those football games is going to be fun. This is that good time. This is that prime cuts. Because after this, then it kind of, settles down a little bit. basketball kind of keeps us afloat. Then baseball comes around, and
well, dude, we got
baseball's
Canes,
not even going to come around.
And we got Canes. Oh yeah, they're still locked out, and
That's
we got
right.
Canes basketball to at least be.
Canes basketball playing well. I just checked your Auburn squad.
Ooh, I got the game on right now, bro.
61-55. Of course you're watching.
Number 4 Auburn, bro, is beating Alabama on the road at Bama. Let's go. Here,
Nice.
Wait, hold on. Special shout out to Auburn basketball Twitter, who is the most toxic, petty Twitter fandom in all the world. They do this thing now where at the end of games, when the other team posts their final graphic score, they flood their comment section with memes. And within 5 minutes, they'll have 1,500 memes just completely clogging up whoever the team they beat is. It's
I like it.
unbelievable.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
After tonight, go to the Bama basketball's Twitter and look at the comments and enjoy yourself because it's hilarious.
That's what's
Awesome.
up.
Awesome.
Mad respect there. I like it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in again if you like what you see and you think you want to tip in. And there's this whole operation costs money for us to provide this free content to you. So donations and tips are always accepted at PayPal at LemonCityLive and at CashApp at $ LemonCityLive. So again, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next week. Be good.